Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to listen up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
KK, this one's for you. Instead of thanking you for the intro video, this is a special message to you. We haven't forgot about you for sure. And that canvas picture is coming. It's Phil and Rye on Listen Up. Rye, this is going to make you smile. They've been going crazy with it. You all have been going crazy with it. We love and appreciate you all so much. Keep coming through, not for just Ryan and I, but for the UConn Huskies. Keep it coming. Ryan, you have a special message for him. The subscribers is going out of hand, Ryan. 2.69 thousand that fast. And I know you have a message for everybody.
Yeah, I think when I went on last night, it was at 2.68. So we're climbing very quickly, and like I said, it's definitely been very great to see all the support on the last couple of videos. So like we always say, can't appreciate all of you guys enough for the support. Like I said, the likes have been popping off, and we always love to see all the comments and love to read as many as we can every single episode.
All right, Ryan, before we get into the last check-in against Butler this Saturday at 4:30, the game would be on SNY. I wanted to jump into this very fast. Usually I don't do this. Get your take. And again, this ties into everybody that comes through for you and I in this basketball team. We love you all. We appreciate you all. It is beyond Ryan and I's wildest dreams to be able to do this for everybody. And I never pictured this, Ryan, in a million years. And that's because of all of you. So thank you so much. Ryan, this article was just published today, all right, just hours ago. It starts out, thank you to Fox's Jackson Thompson, Ryan. He wrote this article, Fox News. And Ryan, he goes, it starts out by saying UConn women's basketball superstar Paige Beckers has never been one to hide her faith, but now she sees her peers following suit. The 23-year-old phenom has regularly cited Bible verses and given thanks to God in times of standout basketball success. That success wrote another chapter Wednesday night as she put up 23 points at the prominent Catholic institution, Seton Hall, to lead a dominant 91-49 win. Ryan, and it goes on to say, I definitely think it's growing in terms of being outspoken about it, Becker says. And Ryan, that's about embracing Christianity. It says it's becoming more common in women's basketball. And Ryan, I think that speaks volumes. I know that you're a great person of faith. You build your life upon it. I know that I have great faith as well. So I just want to get your take, man, on what that means, to you specifically. And Ryan, not only that, but believing. Again, I don't think that you saw yourself here, and I certainly didn't either. And thanks to all of you all for that.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought this article up, and it really is great because I mean, whether we're talking about women's basketball or just the world in general, I think it's so great that we see athletes and Paige Beckers, not just Paige Beckers, but I think all these athletes that really. Their name is out there a lot. They're very popular. They have a lot of eyes on them. So it's just great that, we see a lot of these athletes that really use their voice in a positive way. And this is another great example of Paige Beckers doing that. And yeah, I'm so glad that, God and faith is traveling well. And I think, everybody, a lot of people can use that in today's world. So I know it's very important to us and hopefully a lot of you guys as well. But it's definitely a great thing to see that kind of word being spread. And hopefully it gets spread some more in today's world.
All right, here we go, Ryan. Predictions last, score predictions. This is a team led by head coach Austin Parkinson and Kylan McGuff. Ryan, I see another blowout coming. We never know for sure, and that's that's proof to what happened just this past weekend, wasn't it? But Ryan, again, what is your takeaway this last check-in? We got a big one on Saturday. And like Gino said, I was watching the post-game interview from the other night. He said, Ryan, that our mindset, we got to win all three. Just think of the tragedy, right? We talk about following stuff up. Just think of the tragedy, the tragic talk if UConn was to drop one of these last three.
Yeah, well, it is very important, even though, we think all these games are going to be blowouts. Of course,
Mhm.
we have a very important game. I think it's next Saturday, I believe, or next
Mhm.
Thursday against Creighton. So that's
Yeah.
going to be a pretty big one, of course. I think they're ranked 23rd now. But
Yeah.
yeah, Huskies finishing off their three-game road trip to play Butler for the second time. Of course, the first meeting was the beginning of the month where UConn won 101 to 59. A couple injury updates that I didn't mention on the game recap. Caroline Ducharme, there really hasn't been much of an update on her. She continues to work out with the team before games, but my opinion, I don't think she will play this season, but we'll have to wait for an official word on that. Last I heard on Ice Brady, she is progressing nicely, and I think she will be able to return in about 2 weeks. That's some pretty good news. And finally, Morgan Shelley. Morgan Shelley's ankle hasn't been progressing like they had hoped it would be, according to Gino. Shelley didn't travel with the team. She's still in Connecticut. Gino said he will have an update once they return home, but not so good news it's looking like for Morgan Shelley's ankle. But for this game against Butler, we know it's going to be another blowout, probably, right? Paige Beckers appears to be fine after her injury scare against Seton Hall. And I want to see her continue to be more aggressive, continue to be aggressive. I think the team is better the more aggressive she is. Kaylin Chen's efficient scoring, Jana's playing like a true center, Ashlyn, KK, Aubrey coming off the bench, providing scoring, great defense, energy. All these things are very crucial in every game that we have left, not just in the regular season, but for the whole entire season. Couple of things we need to clean up from the last game, like the turnovers and 3-point shooting, but the fact that it wasn't a overall great game from UConn and they were still able to score 91 points shows how great this team can be. And I think it's a great sign to see the Huskies heading in this direction as we only have 3 games left in the regular season.
Yeah, and how about just the other night? It was a UConn women's basketball in that win, Ryan, at Seton Hall was like a homecoming for Aubrey Griffin and Caitlin Chen. And boy, was that nice to see that, Ryan. So let's go over to comments, Ryan, and we get down into predictions like always. Janet Adams came through. Thank you, Janet. She said KK and Chen both had great energy anytime they step on the floor, both defensively and transition fast breaks. Likewise, Paige, Sarah, and AZ. Fun to watch now that the team has depth. Ryan, that sounds like a professional take right there. I don't know if she should sign up for all the episodes that I miss or not.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would love to have a couple of guest
Uh,
appearances on with me. Yeah, I think for Caitlin and Aubrey, it's really great to see them playing great. I mean, when Aubrey Griffin, as soon as she came back, kind of had to work her into the lineup just a little bit. But these last couple of games, I mean, she's been awesome for UConn, and like I continue to say, she's gonna get 15 to 20 minutes off the bench. And, as soon as she comes into the game, her rebounding, her defense is great. But when she's able to score like that efficiently, it makes this team even better.
How about Jason D'Amico? He said sometimes playing against weaker teams can be just as challenging as facing top ranked opponents. It's a mental game, and anyone who's ever played a sport knows this. Hear me out. Am I the only one who's noticed that Paige seems more comfortable, aggressive, and confident when shooting in smaller basketball gyms? I have a theory that might not be accurate, but we know Paige wears glasses. I'm not sure if they're for reading or to correct far or near sightedness, but maybe her supposed mental shooting conflict isn't mental at all. It could be physical. Perhaps her depth perception is off in larger arenas. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bored. Peace. Yeah, and another thing, Ryan, to go along with that, what did Gino say in the post-game press conference the other night? Something about it's different when you see the same teams. What, because UConn had a slow start, am I right, in the first half?
Yeah.
But in the last game, that is, it's different when you keep seeing the same teams over and over, and them same teams are familiar with you rather than just seeing like one team every year. It's the preparation is different, I guess, that goes into it.
And I think it's tough after kind of like Gino said, coming off a great win against South Carolina against a really big opponent. And, you come to Seton Hall, UConn's already beat them by 60 points earlier. So it's tough to carry the mindset, no matter what team it is, after after getting a great win against a great opponent and then coming, to an opponent you've already blown out before and trying to keep that same killer mentality and instinct. It's tough sometimes, but as far as Paige Becker's sight goes, she definitely hasn't had a problem finding the open teammates this season. So that's been great to see. But passing Diana Taurasi on that list is quite an accomplishment. So in my opinion, I don't think Paige has any problem seeing. But I think, especially in the assist numbers this year, it's been great to see.
Yeah, someone else said really sloppy in the first half, but picked it up in the second half. They need to focus on all the games they play and not take things for granted. Yeah, so Ryan, yeah, that was sloppy in the first half, as far as I'm understanding, because obviously you and I wasn't able to see the game, but thank you again for stepping in for the game recap. And just me said the same thing. Rye, thanks for another good game recap. I think it was hard for UConn to get pumped up for this game, but they still won easily. I hope Paige will be okay. Aubrey and Ashlyn were awesome.
Yeah, and it's a long season too, so we're coming to the end of it. I'm sure they're waiting for the couple days break I believe that they get as they prepare for the Big East tournament. So I know they're probably looking forward to that. But all the practicing, I'm sure the practices only get harder, especially as they were preparing to face South Carolina. So it's a long, grueling season, no matter the schedule, the opponents that they face. All the practices, the games, the travel, it takes a toll on everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. But, looking for a great, strong finish to the season, these last three games, I definitely think they can get it done.
All right, here we go, Ryan. It was back on what, February the 2nd? Not too long ago. It was 101 to 59, the second go around. The score and who wins.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if UConn's going to score triple digits like the last meeting, but like I said, it's going to be another blowout. I'm going to say UConn 88, Butler 52 for this one.
All right, Ryan. I'll go UConn wins this one. I'll go 80 to 52. 80 to 52. UConn wins over Butler. And Ryan, that leaves all of our beautiful subscribers to drop your predictions in the comments section below. And once again, unfortunately, Ryan, I talked to you about it. You're going to be on, correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to be on later. So we want to remind everybody we didn't go anywhere. I will disappear again, unfortunately, but you will be back later than usual Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
definitely
right.
have that game recap for you. Might be a little late, but we'll eventually get it out.
I'm ready for warmer weather. If I had to guess, the season is just starting because of how cold it is, Ryan, but we're coming up on March and it sure doesn't feel like it. Try to make it warmer out there for me if you can. Phil and Rye will listen up.